Hey, so there's a new version of the Edge Flow Manager, and I wanted to move my flows over. So I decided, how do I like to do everything? I could do some DevOps tool, automation tool, lots of different ways you could back up from EFM. It's got a very well documented REST API here, fully Swagger, so you could test it. So I did all my testing, check things out, see what was there. So I have my old server running, that's EFM on 1.5, downloaded all of my flows, and then next step, uploading them all to the new server after I shut down the old one. Now, I could have left them both running, maybe on different ports, different servers, but I'm running pretty lean over here, so I just have it on one little box sitting over there in a pile of servers over there. So what I did is I have an invoke. What this one does is grab everything that's all the agent classes, and we can take a look at that. That's this one here, and you can test this in Swagger, and you see what you get back. Most important thing here is there's my agent class. So I get that. So let's run that, and we'll step through it. So we get that back. How does that look? We have, like we said, bunch of JSON fields we saw there, name of agents. Perfect. So I want to grab those agents, and I'm going to split them up into individual records so we can do each individually and update any attributes. So we got that, individual records now. And then next step, I'm going to pull out the fields that I need, which is just the agent class name. So if we look for these 10 that are backed up, and we'll look and we can see the agent class name here. Perfect. So next up, I'm going to create the new URL, and this URL is to grab the actual flow and export it. Again, backing up, could set this running all the time or even have it triggered. Maybe I'll have a Kafka consumer. When someone needs to trigger a backup, just send a Kafka message, put in a database. Lots of options there. So let's get that going. And here, I'm going to invoke that URL, get out that trim, make sure we get enough time there, give it a user agent, get all the cookies. We don't actually need this there. I should get rid of that. And we've got responses. Let's see what's in them. Make sure that looks good. See some attributes that might be good for seeing what happened. And we get here the whole flow, really big JSON file. You see here about a meg. This one is probably empty. Got a couple flows I never really did anything with. So we'll get it to the next level. I'm going to build up the file name, and then I'm just going to store it in a directory. Now I could push it to F3. Could put it to Ozone, lots of options, but for me, since this is running on my laptop, just back it up on my laptop. Just have a bunch of files in a directory, and then I'm just going to push an update to Slack so I know that I updated it. That's a good way. Oh, message came through. So I know I got it. And we can go here and we can see a bunch of these were updated. And it tells me it was backed up. Status went through, how long it took, what the URL was. Great stuff there. So the thing we'll do next is, well, we'll take a look here, make sure it looks like it got everything. Yep, and we count them up. Everything looks good. Only one is active right now. This is my Raspberry Pi 400 over there. So we got them all backed up. Sent our Slack messages. Well, nothing's a real backup if I can't restore it. And this is how I migrated between servers. So backup, restore, same directory, read them. This is the great thing with MiNiFi. This keeps a record of the last time it did it. So this could just be running, and if you drop a new file in, it'll grab it and set those up. And here we fetch the file. I don't get rid of them. Again, that's my backup. Set the class name by just pulling out the name there. Here, same as before. And I'm just going to do an import with that agent class name I pulled in from the file. And we can start that running, start those updates. And then here, I'm going to pull out the fields from the file it gave me back. This is just for me to see, oh, it worked, good. I mean, I don't have to do anything with that. I could push that file somewhere, whatever makes sense for you. But for me, again, push that to Slack. Sound familiar? Probably should have another channel for this. And we can go to Slack and see some of the stuff here. I restored this first one. That change gives me all the details on it. Pretty straightforward, but a pretty easy way to run these things. I have these on delays because I'm not in a really hurry, but I can speed them up as much as I want. Pretty easy to do. If you're interested in this flow, let me know. I'll put it in the article. Hope this was useful to you. Thanks.